Hi, guys. I am just a cranky bitch today. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Everything that has come out of my mouth, almost everything, I have just been cranky and I have had no patience whatsoever. No patience. It's like I'll say one thing and then all of a sudden the next thing that comes flying out of my mouth before I can even stop myself is something really nasty and mean. I don't mean to. I swear I don't mean to. It's just one of those days. So I told myself I was just going to be quiet for a little while, but I was waiting for my husband to leave so I could just make a video and maybe I could just get it out there and feel better. I just anxiety. Just. Do you ever feel rushed and you hate to feel rushed? I hate to feel rushed. And I think that's what it was. My husband's been home for the last 2 days, so he has a nice long weekend, which is good. That's fine. That's fine. But don't come up and just like sit there and, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are we going to go? Are we going to go? And it's like, you know. And then somebody almost wrecked my Jeep today. I wasn't driving, of course. And I was like watching another car going, watch this car, watch. I was like, slow, watch this guy. And all of a sudden another guy pulled right out in front of it. You know when somebody like changes lanes when they're stopped and then they go, and they go right. Yeah, that's what somebody did. And I swear we were like 2 inches from hitting the guy and there's nothing we could have done. And I think that's where my anxiety started and I started getting a little crankier then. Because it kind of wrecked my day. And normally stuff like that, I kind of like let it go, but it really scared me. I mean, things flew forward in the car and, it really scared me. And maybe that's where it came from. My anxiety and cranky bitchiness. And I have this new top. Can you see this cute new top? But look, it's like Cleavage City. Cleavage City. We tried to move it up, and before I know it, it's like down. So, y'all just let me know if it gets a little low. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, some of my friends on Facebook, a couple of them that I'm friends with here too, know who you are. Were making fun of me because there's these little things on Facebook, your 5 top movies, your 5 this, your 5 that, and it was your 5 pet peeves. I really don't have a lot of pet peeves. I really don't. But one of them is gum chewing. I know. I used to love gum chewing. I was in grade school, middle school, high school. I loved to chew gum. That big, fat, hubba bubba gum. I loved it. But let me tell you something. As you get older, gum is like all of a sudden you realize, and I think it's something that happened gradually because I didn't really realize it until I was the last job I had. We had these little they're almost like study carols, but the desks are like put 2 together here, 2 together here, 2 together here. So it's like you're looking at somebody, one person sitting here, one person sitting here, and you're like looking at each other. Well, somebody had offered everybody some gum, and I'm like, no gum for me. No, I always turn down gum. No, not a gum person. And the person across from me, very attractive young man, very cute. He says, yeah, I'll have some gum. So there he is, across from me. Chewing this gum, and I swear he became the most unattractive person on the planet. He became very, very ugly. I couldn't stand it. I was sitting there trying to concentrate on my work, type, whatever, and I'm like looking at him, and all of a sudden, finally, I was just like, just staring because I couldn't believe how awful. People don't realize how bad they look when they chew gum. I don't care how careful you think you are, you're not. Yeah, I'm saying it. It was just not attractive. It was so unattractive. And I was trying really hard not to say something and be nice and try to be tactful, or, how do I tell this cute young man that he looks absolutely awful, he really needs to spit that gum out and please shut his mouth, in a nice way. Oh, it didn't come out nice, let me tell you. Well, somebody else walked into our little group there, and they offered somebody else gum. They said, hey, does anybody want any gum? And I was like, no one wants gum. And the guy over here, I called his name. I said, you spit it out. I said, please, no more gum. Spit it out now. I can't take it anymore. I swear I did. And they're like, okay, yeah, so Joyce does not want gum. It was awful. I think I just waited too long before I said something, and I came blurting out of my mouth, please, God, no, please don't. No more gum. No one wants any more gum. And right then I just decided, I said, I don't like to look at it. I don't like people to see people chewing it. People don't dispose of it properly. They like to throw it on the ground. They put it under tables. They put it under seats. They put it on the edge of their plate, for God's sake. It's gross. It's gross. Gum is gross and unsanitary. And maybe it's because I worked in food service for so long, and I had to tell all the kitchen guys, no chicle, no chicle. I don't know. No gum. Yeah, I know, you can say gum after a meal is really good. It's like a toothbrush. Well, you know what? There are toothpicks, there is dental floss, and there are mints. Whatever. But no frickin' gum. I was watching, speaking of gum, I couldn't believe this, and every time I watch American Idol and I see Randy, and that you can see the people behind him, just a few seats like over their shoulder or whatnot, but it was one, oh gosh, who is that blonde guy that was in Tommy Boy? The little one, the little guy, the little blonde guy in Tommy Boy, the not very funny one? Yeah, him. He's in some program now. I don't know what it is. I don't really care for him. I don't watch the program. But he was sitting behind Randy's left shoulder, okay, on American Idol. He was sitting in that front row there. And all of a sudden, I'm like listening to Randy going, oh, uh-huh, listening to what he had to say. And all of a sudden, I looked over his shoulder, and I'm looking at the people in the front row, and I thought, oh, there's that, guy. And all of a sudden, I saw him go, and he spit it out. And he bent down and he tucked it underneath his seat. You got it, I screamed. I was like, oh my gosh. I told my husband, I said, did you see that? I said, he just stuck gum underneath his seat. And I think what caught me was he started going, and he was starting to spit it out into his hand, kind of like wad it up on the end of your tongue before you pop it out of your mouth. And he put it in the chair. I sat there and watched him. Tim, I said, did you see that? And my husband was like, no, I didn't see that. I missed it. I said, so we rewound it and played it again. And he's like, oh my gosh, sure enough. So now every time I watch American Idol and I see that person who is sitting right over Randy's left shoulder, I look at my husband. I said, they've got gum underneath their seat. It is so disgusting. I would not want that seat for $1 million. Never, never. Okay. Enough of the gum rant. I'm trying to get 4 videos in May, or 12, I'm sorry, 12 videos in May. I'm not sure I'm going to make it, so I'm trying to do Lemonette's thing. I could maybe do 12 in 6 weeks, but I'm not sure I can do 12 in 4 weeks. But I'm going to try. We'll see. All right. Bye, guys.